Check. Okay, welcome to today's class. Um, Today we'll be discussing basically the interface of CorelDraw. The interface of CorelDraw. So pay attention, grab your grab your laptop, your notepad, or whatever you'll be using for today's class. It's going to be an interesting one, and I believe everything is working well. Okay, having said that, let's jump straight. This is CorelDraw 2020. This is CorelDraw 2020, and this is the interface. I know as a beginner, if you open CorelDraw for the first time, it will not take you directly into this space or this interface that you can see on your screen. However, don't worry. If you open CorelDraw, you will see a welcome interface where you see a uh, blank documents you see in that space shows you that you're about to start a blank, uh, like you open a new file, then you will see below it, you will see templates of some CorelDraw design. So just click on the blank document, or let me say the new documents. Click on it, the one that's showing white. So it will take you straight to this. This is a design I just made for today's lecture, today's template. Sorry, today's class. So I'm going to open a new document, rather. So on my keyboard, I will say Control N. If you're using a Mac, you say Command N. So I'm using a window. I'm going to do Control N. Now you see this is a new document. So it's asking me of my file name, presets, number of pages, primary color modes. I'll choose RGB. That is, I use RGB to create this thumbnail. You can see this live stream CorelDraw for beginners interface. The one you saw earlier. That's it. Let me take this off. This. So since I'm not painting this thumbnail, I'm using RGB. In previous classes, in previous classes, or in our next class, I'm going to talk more about the NYK and the RGB, what it meant. But in this class, we are just looking into CorelDraw, the interface CorelDraw. So I'm going to say OK to this. My paper size is A4. I'm going to say OK to this. Yeah, so if you choose the new documents, once you open CorelDraw for the first time, this is what you will see. So, like I said, if you are new to CorelDraw, don't worry. I will tell you exactly how to use it. In this beginner's class, we will break down the whole interface. That's what you are seeing here. I'm going to break it down. So pay attention. It's going to be a lengthy, um, we're going to spend more time. So get your notepad, like I said, get your laptop. If you're already at this point, just listen and follow as I do. This video will be uploaded and you can go back and revisit it Follow each step. Any question, you drop it on the comment section. I'm going to attend to it. However, if you are new to CorelDraw, don't panic. Subscribe, like, and so you get more um, of this. So CorelDraw is a professional vector graphic design. This is CorelDraw. This is how interface looks. So it's a professional graphic design. You can use it to do whatever design you think of. Just like the Photoshop, you can actually use CorelDraw. Any kind of design you think of, be it cake topper for those that love toppers, for decorating of your cake. You can use CorelDraw to design your cake topper, and you voila, you print it out, and you have a good cake decor. You can use CorelDraw to make a lot of things. You can use CorelDraw to design your t-shirts, the flyers, your handbill, your complimentary card or business card, as you call it in your area, posters, whatever kind of print uh, media you want, you can use CorelDraw. So if you are new to CorelDraw, never you worry, because I got your back, and it's going to be an important uh, time you pay attention to this tutorial or class. So, like I said, don't worry, I will show you exactly how CorelDraw works. If this is your first time, sit back, like the video, subscribe so you don't get to miss each time I come live to discuss about CorelDraw and graphic design in any form of craft. This is where you get to learn more about craft and being creative in your endeavor. So we'll break down the whole workspace. What you're seeing here is the whole workspace, CorelDraw. The 5 tools you must know first, and how to set up your first project the right way, which is almost what I've shown you. So let's get started. This is CorelDraw 2020. Here at the very top end, here, you can see the yellow mouse. Pay attention. This is called the title bar. The title bar. The title bar contains the name of the software you are using, which is CorelDraw, and the version, which is 2020, and you can see the CorelDraw logo there. So over here you see Untitled 2 is the default file name CorelDraw gives to this file. Here, you can see here I have thumbnails. If I open this file, you see series of thumbnails I've designed. So this is a file. This is a file untitled 1. This is what we are today class is all about. So you can see this is the file name here, untitled 1, because I've not saved it. CorelDraw gives it a default name, untitled 1, which is what you can see at this title menu. That's why it's called title bar. So this is file name. It contains the title bar contains file Can you hear me? We discussed about standard bar. I don't know if you've been have been on you've been hearing me. If the audio is okay, please do well to let me know in the session comment section. So if your layout or your menu are missing, by clicking on this bar, right clicking on this bar, you will be able to activate the missing bar. If I want to add further uh, bars like the zoom separately, but just leave yours the way it is. It's better that way. It's better that way. Oh, my battery is low. So this color palette, in our next class, I will discuss when we start our project. I will discuss what this is all about and how useful it will be to you as a beginner. So if you're finding the class interesting, do well to like, subscribe, and share the video so we meet other people that have passion for creative art, for designing. If you're a YouTuber and you don't know how to go about your thumbnail, or if you do design your thumbnail, you can learn. You can subscribe and learn how to design, so you don't have to be paying all the time for someone to design your thumbnail. Like what we have here. So this class, what is going on right now. This is the thumbnail for it. So I got those designs. So you can learn, you can, yeah, learn how it's done by subscribing and liking the video, so you don't miss whenever I come live to course about CorelDraw and graphic design in general. So without saying much, please subscribe and give a thumbs up if this is educating. Okay, let's proceed. Essential tools for beginners. Essential tools for beginners. I'm going to uh, essential tools for beginners right now. Please pay attention. The pick tool, take notes. The pick tool, the arrow icon you can see at the far left side of your screen where the mouse is moving, the yellow mouse pointer is moving up and down. The top icon there is called the pick tool. The pick tool. The most crucial tool. Use it to pick, select, move, resize, and rotate objects. By this, you come to this node here, you drag, you can see the cursor changes. You drag, you can resize. By clicking on this center point, you can also rotate it. Or we'll be discussing that further. This is just a bonus. So without wasting much time, the first tool, you should take notes. In our next class, I'm going to discuss further about this shape tool. Shape tool. Um, the shape tool, yes, you can use shape tool by right clicking, convert to curve. I will discuss this in detail. You can shape your objects to whatever you want. To whatever you want. I will discuss the shape tool. For you, let's fill. Let us how to fill. Let's fill. Let's fill. And take off the white outline by right clicking on this top icon here, this top section, white section, the color palette. You right click, you take off the outline like so. Okay, so this are some of the essential tools you should master as a beginner. So the shape tools allow you to tweak the corner, rather of boxes or blend multi, manipulates the lines of your custom drawing. So the text tool, I took my time now to explain one, two. Now let's jump the rest and go to text tool. Click on the text tool, you can see it's the icon E on your toolbox. You call text tool and you can bring it to life by just hitting the F8 on your keyboard and voila, you can see the cursor changes to a plus uh, uh, an A. So if you click, you see the cursor there, this I, little I there, and you can type, you can type, you can type. Let's say you can type Corel Draw. You can type and you can see on your property bar, selecting on this object, this text here, the property bar, don't forget your property bar changes from this by selecting your CorelDraw. So it changes from that to this. So over here on the front menu, you can select and scroll. You see various fonts. You scroll by scrolling the wheel of your mouse, or you use the navigation key on your keyboard, the up or down icon. So you can scroll and select your desired font. Let's give this bold font Corel Draw. So your pick tool, you can see the pick tool has alighted on your toolbox. So you can scroll it up, you can resize this like so. So let's say I want to put this here, so I can resize it to fit, or you can do that. So I'll be discussing in our next class. I'll be discussing color theory. I think I talked about color theory on the most first video I did on this channel. Go and check it out, watch it, and get little knowledge, a little light about it. So take note on this pick tool, shape tool, and the text tool. Very important. Those are the essential um, tools you should know. I'm not saying you should not know all. All are very important, but history is something that you only want to have at the tip of your finger. So based on this, let's say we come to this color palette. You can see how I am just moving around the CorelDRAW interface. I have first blood red and black. It's not really looking well. By selecting your text, the CorelDRAW, you can give it a color, say white. It's looking clean. It's looking nice, right? So, for the sake of learning, I'm just doing this so you understand how it's done with ease. So you would like me to, uh, will you like me to guide you through setting up a specific project like business card or even the thumbnail I just showed you this thumbnail. So do well to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section if I should go ahead and let's just play around and do a little design. You can see, let me open this file here. You can see series of thumbnails I have done. So CorelDraw is a very good software. It's a very good software. It's a very good software, and I will indulge you to have a knowledge of it. Yeah, like they say, no knowledge is a waste. So let me show you how to start a new project. A new project. Let's say we want to um, just do a little design, a little design, a little design. Let's move by clicking on our keyboard, Control N to open Control N on the keyboard, you open, it creates new document dialog box. That is one way to start a new document. Or you go to your file menu, or your menu bar, you click file, you will see the first option there, new, Control N. You can see it here. Or you go to, what is the name of this guy again? Can somebody let me know in the comment section? Can somebody let me know in the comment section? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, we have, yeah, yeah, this is the title bar, the up one. This is the menu bar, and this is the standard tool bar. So we click on this new. It takes up to a new, this same dialog box, create a new document. So now let's learn how to save. Advice when starting up your project, you always give it a name so that it will be easy just to save. Control S, Control S. You don't have to go back and start. So when starting Endeavor 2, so let's give this complementary card a file name, complementary card. Okay, now the presents. Uh, Custom, I can give it, I can make the presentation, but for the sake of this, I'm going to leave it. In our next class. I'll be discussing, like I said, what this primary column code means when we will be discussing about color theory. CMYK. CMYK. Why I'm talking about it, because on this present menu, we saw, sorry, my battery is low, so I'll be a little bit fast. We might not finish this section, but at least just understand how to set up your work on this thing. So we give it a default RGB if you don't want to print. But if you want to print, give it this default CMYK. So I'll just have to be fast. So you set up your paper size. Your paper size. So you should know the size of your this. Okay, let's just change this to let's say we want to do an A4 handbill or A5 handbill. Let's just call it handbill. Let's change the file name to handbill, and come here. Page size, we'll give it A5. A5 width. It will just give you the size of so the size of A4 here. So the orientation, is it landscape or portrait? We have portrait here, we have landscape. So by default, it's always on portrait. So if you want your design to be on landscape, you choose landscape. If you want it to be on portrait, you choose portrait. And this resolution, you leave it at 300 dpi. When you hit OK, voila, we are on. Now you can see on your property bar, it is A5 and it is portrait, and the unit is in inches. So that is one way to set up your project. You should know the kind of design you want. So we click on text. We bring in our text. So let's say interface. We type on our keyboard interface 001 plus 001 plus. So that is that. Further, I will do will take the class further for the sake of it. So put my cursor here and say enter. Say control on your keyboard, control K. you hold Control and K. If you are using a MacBook, you can say Command K, and it will break the text this way. So I just want to show us, let us repeat what we have learned so far. Pick tool, remember we scale and resize our text. On the property bar, it has changed. We can rotate, give it an angle of 45 degree, type it and hit enter on your keyboard. Voila, you are there. So interface this, or you click on the interface, click again, and you will see those nodes will change. You hold at this far end here, you hold, click, left click and hold, then you drag to whatever angle you want and you release. So that is that for this class. I give this a color. On the color palette, say red. I don't know why I just like using red. Cut and paste and give this, let's say